Hey guys, this is me Shay, and today I thought that it would be a good idea if I read out a fairy tale. And the one that I chose is The Snow Queen, and it's from this book, which is like a collection of fairy tales by Hans Christian Andersen. And I'm gonna be reading out just the part one because it's just too long, I guess. And part one is actually titled Which Treats of the Mirror and Its Fragments. So here we go. Listen, we are beginning our story. When we arrive at the end of it, we shall, it is to be hoped, know more than we do now. There was once a magician, a wicked magician, a most wicked magician. Great was his delight at having constructed a mirror possessing this peculiarity, that everything good and beautiful, when reflected in it, shrank up almost to nothing, whilst those things that were ugly and useless were magnified and made to appear 10 times worse than before. The loveliest landscapes reflected in this mirror looked like boiled spinach, and the handsomest persons appeared odious, or as if standing upon their heads, their features being so distorted that their friends could never have recognized them. Moreover, if one of them had a freckle, he might be sure that it would seem to spread over the nose and the mouth, and if a good or pious thought glanced across his mind, a wrinkle was seen in the mirror. All this the magician thought highly entertaining, and he chuckled with delight at his own clever invention. Those who frequented the school of magic where he taught spread abroad the fame of this wonderful mirror, and declared that by its means the world and its inhabitants might be seen now for the first time as they really were. They carried the mirror from place to place, till at last there was no country or person that had not been misinterpreted in it. Its admirers now must needs fly up to the sky with it, to see if they could not carry on their sport even there. But the higher they flew, the more wrinkled did the mirror become. They could scarcely hold it together. They flew on, higher and higher, till at last the mirror trembled so fearfully that it escaped from their hands and fell to the earth, breaking into millions, billions, and trillions of pieces. And then it caused far greater unhappiness than before, for fragments of it, scarcely as large as a grain of sand, would be flying about in the air, and sometimes get into people's eyes, causing them to view everything the wrong way, or to have eyes only for what was perverted and corrupt, each little fragment having retained the peculiar properties of the entire mirror. Some people were so unfortunate as to receive a little splinter in their hearts, and that was terrible. The heart became cold and hard like a lump of ice. Some pieces were large enough to be used as window panes, but it was of no use to look at one's friends through such panes as those. Other fragments were made into spectacles, and then what trouble people had with the setting and resetting them. The wicked magician was greatly amused with all this, and he laughed till his sides ached. There were still some splinters of this mischievous mirror flying about in the air. We shall hear more about them very soon. That is part one of The Snow Queen. Bye bye and take care.